Nothing but bangers. Let's go. Got a Dixon flannel here. And the reason I paid 14 bucks for this, I might not have paid 14 bucks if it was a run-of-the-mill Dixon, but it's a Snap-on collab, Snap-on tools. And some of these sell for 59, 60 bucks. 50 bucks minimum, I'm thinking, for one in really good condition. So yeah, another banger. And there's a cat where I'm supposed to be putting my clothes, so I'm gonna have to put them over here. Some Rourke shorts. These are the actual hard, like canvas cotton ones. They were $2. Purple tags are $2. And Rourke as a brand has lost a lot of its steam. Some of their items are still good, but the hard, more durable shorts are still bangers. Another thing that's bangers by Rourke is the Run Amok series. It's AMOK, Run Amok. If you find the Run Amok series, still bangers. But most Rourke stuff has lost a lot of its juice, but it's still okay. Then I got some Anchor Blue wide legs. Like work pants. So this is a banger for sure. Probably get 30 bucks for this. This is a Viore Stratotech tee. What are you doing, kitty? Zelda just jumped off her chair. Can't figure out why she's mad. What's up, buddy? Am I in your way? And I knew this was a Viore. This tag was hidden, but I knew it was Viore by touch. It's called the Stratotech tee, and I should be able to get 25 to 30 for this thing. Hey, buddy. Say hello to your friends. Look at the camera. There you go. This is a banger. We got ourselves a Filson. This is a heavy, heavy wool. No holes or stains. This one was about 13 bucks after my discount. So yeah, that's a banger, right? This here is a icebreaker, merino wool, long sleeve polo. Get out of the way. It's in good condition, and that is a great pickup, in my opinion. Not in my opinion. Look at the numbers. Icebreaker Merino, great brand. This one might be the find of the day. I got this for $2. Purple tags are $2 today. This is a Lululemon button-up dress shirt. It's dark gray and blue. And it was $2, which doesn't happen. But yeah, if you find a Lululemon commission, button-up or ABC shirt, grab it. This is a Gracie Barra Jiu-Jitsu hoodie. 30 bucks is what I will get for it. And I paid under $6 for it. $6.99, 20% off. The hoodies are not quite 100% sell-through, but a lot of people are really overpricing them at like 50 bucks and stuff, and that's not where you're going to get a sale. You're going to get a sale at about 35 or 30 maybe. Someone cut off made a hole in the tag for some reason, but I know it's area because, you know, I can tell. I have eyes. These are in great condition. No holes or stains. Got some good fading in the zipper crotch area. Very good jeans right here. This is a $35 pair of jeans. 36, 32. I'd be happier if it was 34, but 36, 32 will have to work. Banger. This is a BOLO. I haven't heard anybody talking about this on YouTube, but this brand is a look out for. I got it for $9.99 at Goodwill. Look for this, friends. Arrowhead Tactical. This particular model is new with tags. Just sitting there on the rack. Everybody walking right by it. I saw 3 resellers pass this by. That's why I make the big bucks. Arrowhead Tactical. Corridor, New York. Another banger. If you saw my video on dress shirts, because I mispronounced Corridor, New York. I mispronounced Corridor, New York, just like I just did again. It looks like a basic tag. So this is kind of weird. I went to Savers, which I don't usually go to Savers because their prices are terrible, but I learned something. If I go there on Thursday, I can get 25% off, and they have 50% off the whole store on Mondays. The problem is, of course, it's going to be crowded with resellers on Mondays, but, you know, what can you do? This Corridor, New York short, I'm about to give up on saying words about this item. This Corridor, New York shirt should bring me at least 35 bucks. Next banger. Another pair of Ariat. Ariat jeans are always a grab. These are the FR M4 low rise. FR means fire resistant. This is size 30-32. I would say it's a good size, not a great size, but it's a good size. There is no stains. These are in great condition. And this should be a guaranteed 35 bucks. It is not a banger because I bought it for myself. This is a vintage wilderness flannel shirt. It's got a Western vibe to it. It's like a red and green. This appears to be, this looks like early 90s or 80s to me. When you have cats, you never know what's going to happen next. Right then, Zelda was eating something off the floor. I have no idea what it was. I can only hope it was food. Now, this is a banger, but it's a soft banger. Adriano Goldsmith is, you know, I really hesitate to call these bangers, but I've sold this beige one before. The beige ones do really good, in my opinion. Not nearly as good as the denim does. This is the Everett Slim Straight, and Slim Straight is a great fit. So Slim Straight, anything is going to do better than baggy in most brands these days, unless you're looking at, you know, jeans that are supposed to be baggy. But this is a soft banger. You know what? I'm just going to get real. That one's the only one in the haul that's not a banger. Besides, there's a few things at the end that aren't bangers, but you'll see. They're still pretty cool. It's Levi's Premium. 511, which I've said in my other videos is not my favorite fit, but it's a 511 black premium. If you look that up, you will find that it has nearly 100% sell-through rate, especially in this smaller size, which is the perfect size for a 21-year-old emo kid. $32.30? That is right there in the emo zone. So let's give this one a round of applause for being a Levi's Premium emo kid banger. Next, we have some Vuori shorts. I think these are the Core shorts, K-O-R-E, because they're very clever. They're lined. Drawstrings are in good condition. When you're looking at Vuori shorts, here's a couple things you want to look at. Do the drawstrings still have their tips? Okay. Is the patch still good? Are there little faint fades and lines in the fabric? If not, you can get 35 bucks. So these are going to be definitely the Core shorts, K-O-R-E. Banger. I got this at the Salvation Army. This is an Aberdeen vintage barn coat. Look at the sell-through rate on these. This one is like filled. It's not down filled, but it's insulated for sure. Flannel lined insulated barn coat. And I paid $12.99 for it. I should be able to get at least 40 bucks for this. Pick this up at the Salvation Army. It's got trees and leaves. Pretty cool pattern. I'm still calling Grayson polos bangers, even though they're not what they were a year ago, but they're still bangers because here's the thing. I define a banger either by It makes a lot of money. So the other way it's called a banger is if it sells super fast. The Grayson is more of a super fast banger than it is high dollar banger. But it used to be a high dollar and super fast banger. But you know, things change. Every single brand in the world eventually ends up where Johnny O is right now. Now these pants are super bangers, which I don't use that word very often. So when I say something's a super banger, it's time to take notice. Johnson Woolen Mills. Not common. These pants weigh about 3 pounds. They've got the suspender buttons on the inside. These are old school farmer wool pants for fall and winter. They're dark gray wool with like a Scottish check on them. There are no holes in this. There's a little stain on the thigh, but look up these Johnson Woolen Mills pants. You'll be surprised at how well they do. I had to pay up for them though. They were $12.99 at the Salvation Army. So I'm really glad I got those because those are going to sell really quick and make me some pretty decent money. This is another Lululemon dress shirt. I got this for $4.99 because they didn't know what it was because there's no tag. This is about a medium, guessing. When you see a dress shirt like this and it's got a seam right down the middle of the back, it's either a women's weird brand or it could be a Lululemon. Lululemon likes to put their seams on the back of their dress shirts like this. It's like a dart. It's like a dart. Usually men's clothing won't have darts on them, but Lululemon does it. The way I knew for sure it was Lulu without looking too hard was I saw this 3 little dashes, embroidered dashes. Then later on, I looked and I saw the little Lululemon thing. So this should be 25, 30, probably 35. It's been a while since I had a Lululemon dress shirt, and now I have 2 of them. So I think last time I checked, they were doing around 30, 35 bucks. It could be down to 25 by now. This one is a good one. It's a Tyndale. Tyndale makes work clothing and fire-resistant clothing. It's a hoodie. Tyndale FR hoodie, made in the USA. Now this one, a little bit of a downside to it is it has the Salt River Project logo, which is the local power company here in Phoenix. SRP. Got the cool patch on the sleeve. But look up these Tyndale FR hoodies. They sell quick and for good money. So that certified banger right there. Boom. Save Khaki United or SKU. These are some nice knit shorts. Save Khaki United shorts. The sell-through isn't incredible, but it's shorts and it's February. So you got to think ahead a little bit. These Save Khaki United shorts do really good in the summer. And it's a brand that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. The sell-through rate's not great. When it peaks, it's going to be somewhere close to between 80 and 100% if I remember right. But Save Khaki United shorts, if you find them cheap, I got these for less than $4. It's a banger. 686 everywhere pants. Slim fit. New with tags. Got the little Taggy McTaggerson right there. They had these up for $9.99 at the Goodwill. So I paid about $8 for them. Still new. Look up the 686 everywhere pants. Bangers. She's going to jump on the pile and I can promise you it's going to fall. Zelda, are you determined to have an actual accident here? She was on my chair, so I couldn't stack my clothes there. So I threw them on top of their cat house. They have like a cardboard cat house right there. And now she's going to lay on top of that pile. And I'm going to have to put them back on the chair, which is now empty. And Gilly can't be bothered with any of this because she's watching the birds. Let's get back to business. Jeez. Hard to work with all these crazies around me. I'm calling it a banger, but I use the word loosely. This is a soft banger. It's a Mack Weldon hoodie. Mack Weldon is one of those brands where I almost always buy the Ace joggers. They're the suede, like, look at the fabric here. It's hard to tell, but it's like a soft, stretchy, suede, brushed cotton. They call it a French terry. It's a really, really nice fabric, and people like it. The problem is it doesn't translate to super high sell-through or super good money. But these Mack Weldon hoodies, I always buy them. Should get 25 bucks, but I'm not going to call it a banger. I'm going to call it a soft banger. It's in great condition. It's size large. It's maroon. I wish it was black, but it's not. It's maroon. Now this one, I had to fight for this because when I first saw these pants, I did not know what they were. I knew that they were quality because any reseller can look at this up close and know that this is something. It's got the flap pockets on the back. And this is the label I saw. I figured this is, I don't know, that looks suspect, right? Like, what is that? And I looked and I looked and I looked. And there's nothing else to find, really, in the pants or anywhere else, except way down deep in the pants, like where vintage Levi's have tags. That's where I saw these tags hanging in there. I was like, wait a minute, these look like modern clothing tags. And I finally found this. And I said, whoa, I've seen that on so many items. I know what that is. What do you think that is in the comments? I'm sure you've seen this. PO and supplier. Where do you always see that? That's right. I also found the RN number, but the RN number was Polo Ralph Lauren. So these are some really expensive Polo Ralph Lauren pants. I'll have to look up the style and find out what they are, but I got these for $7.99 with 20% off. Without even looking these up, these have got to be at least 50 bucks. So that's a banger. A soft banger. I picked this up just to pacify my Polo Ralph Lauren fans. This is just a like polo shirt style sweater. It's like a knit polo. 20% off of $8 basically. Polo Ralph Lauren. Merino wool. Is that what it is? Yeah. So I almost didn't pick this up, but a lot of my viewers think that I hate polo, but I don't. I just don't think there's as much good polo stuff as a lot of people think. I think a lot of it's not as great as people think it is, but the stuff that's good, believe me, I know it's good, and I pick it up and I sell it. This next banger is a Peter Millar quarter zip. Yeah, nope, it's 100% extra fine merino wool. So this is a little better than the average quarter zip by Peter Millar. There's no holes or stains. It has a little bit of pilling in the armpits, but that can come off just by hand. Just, you know, extra fine merino wool pulling is easy. Extra fine merino wool pilling is easy to get off. So that's for sure a banger. Here we have another Peter Millar quarter zip. This one would be a soft banger. It feels like it's just cotton or polyester. I don't think it's any kind of wool, but there's our tag. And $7.99 with 20% off. It's kind of lined. It's got like a soft jersey lining. And this one is a blend. With Peter Millar, you got to be careful. Back in the day, you didn't even have to be careful. Now, you got to watch out. Because some of the normal cotton stuff isn't going to do that great. This one has modal or modal. I think it's modal, and polyester and cotton. So it's kind of like a blended, softer, nicer, lined fabric. But this is only a soft banger. I'm expecting $25.30 for that one. The other one I'm going to try for $39.40. Now this one here is a banger, McBangerson. And we only have a few things left. It's a tailor stitch. I found this at my secret Goodwill, which I know that people from Phoenix watch my videos. And so there's a Goodwill way out, nowhere near my house, way out of the way, that I go to once a week. And I always score at that Goodwill because I never see any other resellers there. I'm not going to say which one it is, but I got this Tailor Stitch. It's like a corduroy. Really, really nice shirt. $7.99 plus 20% off. So yeah, you don't get much more banger than a heavyweight Tailor Stitch corduroy shirt. And now the last shirt of the haul, and this is a BOLO. I'm not sure how many people know about this brand, but you're about to. This is just a heavy cotton knit, sweater. The brand is Victorinox. Let me see if I can make that a little easier to see. Will you get out of the way, you potato? Not everything is great for this brand, but the heavier stuff, the outerwear, sweaters, jackets, some pants, great stuff. Victorinox, be on the lookout. So that concludes the shirts. Now let's get to the rest of the stuff. I got a pair of boots, a pair of shoes, some hats. So let's start with the boots. I paid $12.79 for these boots, so probably about $10 after my discount. These are Mindel boots. Pretty serious outdoor boots. They're size 42. The soles are in good shape. Mindel boots. If you ever find Mindel boots, don't leave them behind if you can afford them. And this is like definitely not a banger, but they sell quick. This is just some Crocs, barely used, canvas slip-ons, hardly any wear on the soles. Men's size 13. If you find Crocs, canvas, slip-ons, big size 13, 14 in men's, the sell-through rate's just about 100% on them. I should get $25-30 quickly. Okay, now for the hats. This is just for my friend Robert, who's also my mailman, who has agreed to do some content with me for you. I want to talk to him about some stuff because he's he's a USPS employee, and we all communicate and interact with USPS all the time, and there's some things that you should know. And Robert's a good guy, and he'll tell you. So I got him this hat because he likes to go to Palm Springs all the time and check out the architecture and whatnot. This is a great old, not old, but it's an old style snapback. So Palm Springs hat for him. Woods Canyon Lake hat for me. It's a place that I have fond memories of. Just a snapback, not that big a deal. Great hat. This is a Vermont Flannel Company and Legends collaboration. It's got a cool graphic on the inside too. It's in really good condition. It's got the sliding strap back thing. It's really nice flannel. And if you know anything about Vermont flannel, you'll know that their shirts hold their value really well. So their flannel, their blankets, anything that their flannel is on, blankets, hats, pants, anything, pajamas. If you find Vermont flannel anything, I would recommend pick it up. This hat should do pretty well. I didn't look it up, but I don't really need to. This is another thing for myself. Just a YouTube hat, but it's an auto with a nice terry cloth sweatband. If you're a hat wearer, you'll know that these hats are great with the sweatband and the nice foam, and they're very flexible. So I got that for myself. 2 more hats, and then three more hats, and that'll be it. Check out this. This is a cool hat. And they're worth money too. Look at the knit. The brand on this is Everest. And it's got a nice flannel lining, like a fleece lining. And it's this right here. 100% wool with polyester lining. And it is Everest Designs, Nepal. If you find an Everest Designs hat, pick it up. Sell-through rate's good, and they go for Really good money considering all you got to do is throw it in a poly bag and drop it in the mail. Dixon, just a good old Dixon work hat in good condition. Didn't look it up, but should be 25 bucks. And then this is a BOLO. They're not worth a ton of money, but the sell-through rate is really, really good on these things. If you happen to find an Aussie chiller, and it's got to be in good condition. If it's in good condition, pick it up. Aussie chiller, soak me. The idea behind these hats, this still has the nice little badge and everything. This was barely worn. So Aussie chillers have a great sell-through rate. I paid about $4 for it. And the idea behind them is you get them wet, put them on your head, and they're supposed to cool you down that way. So Aussie chiller, BOLO, pick them up if you find them. And that's it. Let's give the girls a treat, shall we? Hey, Gil, you ready for a treat, buddy? Zelda, you ready for a treat? This chair has got to go. I've had this chair for like 20 years, and I can't part with it, but it's getting to the point now where I can't even show it on YouTube. It's just disgusting. That thing needs to be burned. But you know, have you priced out a Lazy Boy? Lazy Boys are expensive. Yeah, I think it's Cray Cray Day. All right, who wants some Cray Cray? Gil, you want some Cray Cray? You want some Cray Cray? Are you going to turn your nose up at it? Every now and then, the Cray Cray gets to the point where they don't like it anymore, and I have to switch it out. Zelda, are you going to turn down the Cray Cray? Oh, I got the butt. She gave me the butt. Not doing it, huh? Gilly's going to do it, though. All right. All right, good job. There's also a squirrel that lives back here. Mr. Squirrel is sometimes back here. He made this pretty sweet tunnel right here by the bird bath. Check it out. It's a pretty good tunnel. There's another one on the other side of the yard, but he's not out right now. There's probably a hawk up in the tree. This is what I see. All right, come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Well, I think that's going to have to do it for today's episode. Say goodbye, Mr. Deer. And Mr. Roadrunner just showed up. What are you doing out here, buddy? think I'm gonna call him El Coyote. Some people in the comments said name him Meep or Meep, but I thought El Coyote was better. There he goes. What you doing, El Coyote? What you doing, mister? Do you want your name to be El Coyote? El Coyote. El Coyote. Hey, buddy. El Coyote. All right, let's give him some worms. Gotta give him some good worms here. Okay, you guys are gonna have to look out for a minute. Now the thing about El Coyote, come here, buddy, is you gotta feed him under the bush. Otherwise you run the risk of the hawk getting a good shot at him. Come here, buddy. So what I usually do is I put a nice big pile of those worms, those dehydrated grub worms, and then he'll come and get them. All right, buddy, there you go. I think I scared him a little bit. Yeah, there he goes. There you go, buddy. I think he's an adolescent. El Coyote. All right, Mr. Coyote. Now I gotta feed everybody. Goodness gracious. All right, guys. I'm trying to make a video here. I'm trying to do a clothing haul and you guys are out here begging for food. Little rascals. All right. Let's see if I can get some work done now. No soliciting. Kitty. Kitty. Hey Gil, you see El Coyote? El Coyote. The Roadrunner. I don't know why all of a sudden I sounded like a Western movie. Roadrunner. And I was trying to sound more Spanish with El Coyote. I think the moral of the story is that's why I don't do Spanish speaking voiceovers for a living. El Coyote.